Welcome back to Cover Your Assets. Todd Rooker, Craig Nestor, Derek Walgrave, all here live and local with you. 651-289-4488. That's 289-4488. Go online to CYA21.com. That's CYA21.com and download your free copy of the Financial Crisis Bible. It's a great way of getting to know the team. Don't you think, Craig?
Well, we were talking a little bit today about, is it the time to buy? And if we're looking at this from, not so much an investment standpoint, but maybe as a wealth-generating vehicle, real estate is back. It doesn't look like the model that it did in 2005, but there are ways now to gain wealth through real estate as it was in the past. People know that some of the country's wealthiest individuals and most successful corporations make huge strides financially during recessionary-type economies. Real estate is back, and you need to step up, get information from people that can help you get there, and that's what our show is. You know, we're 651. We're local right here on Cliff Road in Eagan, 651-289-4488. Give us a call. Let's talk it through.
Yeah, and during the break, some of the most fun happens then. Derek, we were talking about who should be positioning themselves, or how can you get started to position yourself to really take advantage? Because real estate, I do agree with Craig, it is back, but it's really different.
It really is. And, you know, we were elaborating a little bit about buying a second home as an investment property,
Sure.
as a rental property. You know, and I work with a lot of clients that have had their money parked and diverse in different funds, and we've brought resources to them like the self-directed IRAs, and they are now investing their money back into real estate. And what's unique about it is they're buying townhomes that were inflated, but were selling for $290,000, and they're buying them distressed for $130,000. Cash. I mean, this is the type of buyer they are, but their return on money, how they're figuring their return on money, you know, is in that 6 and 7 percentile. Show me an investment right now, you know, that does that, you know, on a consistent basis, and they've got control over it. So, you know, there are a lot of opportunities to invest in real estate, and investing in your home is an investment, but as far as rental properties, there are some unbelievable opportunities right now in buying rental properties.
And an investment property today is something that is stable for this reason. We're in the top 3 of all the states in the U.S. We're in the top 3 rental markets in the country. So let me tell you what, if you've got reasonably competitive rents, you're going to have more tenants knocking on your door than you know what to do with. So you can take a property exactly like Derek has just described, and you can cash flow that thing right out of the box. Right. Because yes, real estate has declined 30 to 50% in the last 5 years, but rents have not. And so consequently, we've still got more people than we have houses for, and the rental market is an illustration of that. If you want to be an investor, Heidi's got some incredible opportunities in terms of how you could qualify for financing and take advantage of the market that Craig has just described. Go ahead, Heidi, and just talk about that.
And with talking about, you know, the market being declined, it's you have to look at it as glass as half full. The country's on sale right now. The housing market is on sale. And for those that have the qualifications and have, you know, portfolioed that money that they had, like Derek was talking about, they have different opportunities as far as what they can do with their investments. And with that being said, there's strategies of, you know, are you going to use it as a second home? Are you going to use it as a non-owner occupied property? Are you going to be a cash buyer? Are you going to use any financing? So in regards to that, if you have a landlord history as far as the last 2 years of being a landlord, you can wash that payment at 75% as far as when you're taking in consideration your DTI, your debt to income ratio. So with that being said, you can wash that payment with a house that, like Derek was saying, 250, 260, 270, that's now you can buy for 120. I mean, and where are you going to see that type of return in today's market? So
what you're saying is when you can offset that debt to income ratio, which is exactly what she's saying. Ordinarily, you're going to have to qualify for your current home based on your income and your other outstanding debts that are applicable within a debt to income ratio worksheet. You're looking at being able to qualify for that home and another home. However, if you've got experience as a tenant manager, 24 months or 24 months history on the home that you just purchased, you can offset 75% of that monthly payment, and it no longer is going to be included in your debt to income, which means you could buy one house, manage it properly. 2 years from now, with a good track record and history, could offset 75%, and your income would then allow you to buy another home again, and that would be the way that you could build an investment portfolio portfolio over time. Something that was typical in the old days that nobody's doing today and really didn't exist, but now does exist, and they're loosening things up. So this is a great way to take advantage of it. In all cases, underwriting guidelines are always your consideration. You want to be able to take advantage of the market. You better understand how underwriting guidelines work, how you'll be perceived, and how to make yourself attractive for these types of financing packages. Because if you do, you can create net worth, which is to create wealth in this economy.
Correct.
Well, Ty, something that you say, in this type of unforgiving economy, there's really only two things to do. Spend less and make more.
Or a combination of the two.
Yeah, and a lot of times we get people through a loan modification, and maybe there's a bankruptcy or not, or a short sale. That's only half the equation. And now we have to generate wealth. You know, we have people that go through some very difficult things as a family, and they understand now maybe a different priority about what's important. But they all want the money back, right? We like that we're better fathers and better husbands, and we have our priorities a little bit more in whack, and we've learned some financial management lessons, but we want the money back. It's different now. So either to save more money or to generate more money, just call the show.
That is exactly right. And it's ironic because a lot of the people who will come to me are people who would have told me that just 10 years ago they were had a net worth of $10 to $30 million, and now they're losing their $5 million home on Lake Minnetonka. Well, let me tell you what. That client does not want to be told that they're down for life. They want to get through the disaster. They want to draw a line in the sand, and they want to come screaming back. These are sluggers in life, and this is an opportunity to take advantage. Yes, they lost on the downside of that, but they're going to take advantage of the upside of this, and they want to know exactly how to do it. Those are the people I love to work with.
Well, and I think one of the most important words that you guys ever use on the show, and one of the biggest pieces to the Cover Your Assets picture and what we do here, is plan. And a lot of people just don't take the time to plan when this kind of thing is going on.
I got to tell you, they think the cavalry's coming. They really believe that it's either going to be some type of federal program or some type of stimulus that will jumpstart an economy, and they can just be in this spot again. If you need a helping hand, check the end of your arm. I mean, really, this is different now. Every family has to step up on its own, and that's okay. We probably needed to do that anyway. And I got to tell you this, one family with courage is a majority.
Right. That's
and I think with that being said, too, Craig, with the team that we have created, we understand, we empathize, and, you know, there's everybody from A to Z that has been through some type of tribulation or trial going up and down. So we get it. We understand, and we have focused on being an expert in what we can do. If it's not myself, then it can be Todd. If it's not Todd, it could be Derek. If it's not Derek, it could be Craig. So it's just a matter of really understanding and strategizing the plan and what you want to do, because we have the tools, we have the resources, and we have the strategy.
That's awesome. Heidi Pavelka, Senior Mortgage Loan Officer at Rubicon Mortgage Advisors. How do we get hold of you?
You can call me at I have my cell phone number. Otherwise, you can do 612-294-2334. 612-294-2334.
So, guys, Craig, every week at this time, we're getting close to the end of this week's version of Cover Your Assets. You do a shout out.
Well, I'm going to turn this one over to Heidi. Heidi does some really good work out in the community, and I think I just want to let her speak to that just for a second.
One of the other things that I do, I speak to youth organizations, and I didn't realize that Craig was going to do a little bit of a shout out, but thank you. And I'm going to be speaking at the end of October 29th, for bestlifeministries.com. And it's a women's conference it's a women and daughters conference that I will be speaking at, basically to try and help the self-esteem, self-confidence, and self-motivation that these young girls have. You know, it's hard for everybody, including our kids. We, as adults, may think that we're the only ones that are going through the stress and we're dealing with our financial woes. But think of the kids today. Well, think of the kids in high school that have to deal with the peer pressures of the world.
This is what goes missed, is the kids. We watch on TV of the floods and the tsunamis and the hurricanes. If you lose your house because of a tornado or a foreclosure, you still lose your house.
Right.
That's very cool. So Cover Your Assets team, thank you very much to Heidi Pavelka from Rubicon Mortgage Advisors, Craig Nestor, Todd Rooker, Derek Walgrave. Final thoughts going into this coming week.
Take advantage of the opportunities that are afforded you. There's many things that are on the table. You have to have enough information to make good decisions with. Don't just simply make decisions because it's a different decision. Make a decision because it makes financial sense. Do the numbers and then strike out with boldness and understand that there's great opportunity here. Take advantage of it.
And with these longer time periods of looking and working with clients, both Craig and Derek, wouldn't you say that it's safe that they're not going to get their hands tied, because you can't really sign a mortgage that easily, is it?
Well, that's exactly right. That is one of the main reasons why we're having a correction in this market, because you can't do that. The money fairy is now gone.
The money fairy.
We are industry leaders, and we're stepping up and providing real-world solutions that are workable to a weary client out there. Just engage us. We'll help you out. We'll put you in a better spot.
It's not the end of the world. We'll come back.
Absolutely not. CYA21.com. That's CYA21.com. 24/7. You can get started, meet the team, download a copy of the Financial Crisis Bible, and get to know this team who's really out there and on your side. We'll see you back here next week on Cover Your Assets.